I'm in the locker room with the head honcho, the headmaster here at Fairmont Prep, Robert Mendoza. And as you can see, the locker room that we're in, this is not your typical high school locker room. Robert, let's first talk about it and how this outstanding locker room came into being.
Well, we had a good run with our girls basketball program, which continues today, and took advantage of the CF championship we won a few years back and figured it was time to update our facility and give them, the girls, something to be proud of, just as we are proud of their accomplishments.
Academically, this school is off the charts. You call it the Stanford of high schools. But a lot of people don't know that you guys have some pretty good sports programs here.
We really do. As I mentioned before, our girls basketball program, especially for a school of our size, we've been the CF champion. We've been in the Open division for the last 2 years. And again, if you look at the other schools in the Open, we really have no business being there. It speaks to the quality of staff we have and the type of student athletes. And I do emphasize student athletes. In hiring Coach Gardner, we have the exact same model in mind. So the footprint has been laid out, and no better person to execute that than Coach Gardner.
A lot of private schools to choose from in Southern California and Orange County as well. If I'm a parent and I'm looking at my choices for my child, why Fairmont Prep?
It's all about the resources. At the end of the day, we tout outcomes. 87% of all of our students that come to the school gain acceptance to a top 100 college or university, and that speaks volumes in and of itself. But the layers of support, 8 counselors for just under 600 students, unheard of in secondary education, and that's what we're very proud of. We take care of these kids from the time they hit our doors as little people, as early as P2, P3, all the way up through high school, and we'll continue relationships with them throughout their college years, of course.
We've also noticed that in the crowd during the girls' game, we'll see in the boys' game as well, you have the kids from all the different campuses who have come, and it's really giving you quite the home court advantage.
We do. We have 3 feeder campuses at Anaheim Hills, North Tustin, and our historic Anaheim location. They're all here. It's a recruitment event for us. It also exposes them to the other aspects of the Prep Academy, and we're fired up.
A huge percentage of your student population is from overseas, and the boys basketball team certainly represents that. 2 from Ghana, from Senegal, from Mexico, from China. Speak about bringing the kids in from other countries, but then the way that they're able to assimilate and be successful.
I think in large part it's because we have a language program that's dedicated to kids that are not English language learners as their primary, that aren't English first as their primary language. So they have a cohort classes set up to get them not just English fluency, but academically fluent in the language. And then once they hit the same level of competency that domestic kids do, they're off into our mainstream classrooms.
Recently, the school had an open house. What kind of attendance did you have, and what percentage of the people that apply get accepted?
We're not exclusive in the sense that we're not looking just for top-tier kids. In fact, we do our best work with the average student, finding their passion, getting them engaged, understanding that they're a better student than they believe they are. So that's really where the magic happens for us. But as far as our attendance, we had the welcoming in our theater, and it was, I'd say, 90% full there. So the interest is certainly high, and we're looking for the right people that fit our culture.
What is the future vision for the school, both academically and athletically?
Athletically, we believe that we can become, again, that Stanford of secondary education. We already have the athletic program there, or the academic program there, and we're building the athletic program to come alongside it. As far as the future goes, we're looking for expansion opportunities. We have a footprint in Asia already established. So really the sky's the limit for Fairmont and what we could do.
What would the original founders, the whole family, think about everything that's been accomplished with all the different campuses, both locally and internationally?
I think they'd be very proud. David Jackson, the son of Ken and Helen Holt, he is our president and CEO, and he lives that original vision out every single day with every meeting we have and all that we do. So I know Ken and Helen Holt are sitting up there very proud, looking down on all of us, and proud with what the direction we're taking Fairmont in.
And with the basketball team this year, the boys knocked off both Diamond Bar in their own tournament, which they won the championship, and then knocked off Servite of the Trinity League, and you can put a gold star next to that one.
We're looking for some more. We're going to go hunting for some of those bigger teams out there. We accomplished it in the girls program, we beat Mater Dei last year. We're the #1 ranked team in Orange County. And if you ask most people out there that are familiar with high school athletics, I don't think they'd ever put Fairmont Prep and Modern Day in the same sentence with basketball. We're there on the girls' side, and that's where we're aspiring to on the boys' end.
Robert, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We've been talking with Robert Mendoza, the headmaster of Fairmont Prep. Second half action when we return.